When you're neurodivergent, here's a truth that could change how you travel. Travel itself doesn't exhaust you. Decisions do. This is based on how your brain is wired different than neurotypicals. And once you understand that, almost everything about why vacations may have felt overwhelming suddenly starts to make sense. Hi, my name's Heath. I've been diagnosed with autism and ADHD. I'm also a travel agent. I'm creating an environment where me and others like me share tips, tricks, and travel hacks that help people like us travel. So, the misunderstanding about vacation exhaustion. When people think about exhausting vacations, they usually picture physical exhaustion. Think like walking 30,000 steps in Disney for the day, being in the heat, long days. And yeah, no, obviously that contributes. But for a lot of neurotypical people, the real exhaustion becomes cognitive. You may not realize it because I know I didn't, but your brain's working the entire time. So here's what cognitive load actually is. Um, it's a concept which basically refers to how much mental effort your brain is actively managing at one time. At home, your brain relies heavily on automation and routine. Seen it, did it, know what to do. So you know where things are, you know how your day flows, you know what comes next, and how your environment works. Your brain conserves energy because it doesn't need to constantly process everything. But travel, it removes that automation, and that's where a lot of the issues come in. So you have constant decisions to make on travel. And the second you wake up, you might be thinking, where are we going? What time should we leave? What should we eat? What's the weather? What do we do next? Where's the nearest bathroom? How long's the wait? Is there a backup? None of these decisions feel huge like individually, but stacked together all day long, your brain just runs out of bandwidth. It's like a computer that's overloaded. And what this happens to everyone, what makes it worse is neurodivergent brains feel it more intensely. So, like for neurodivergent people, this hits harder because we're already inputting sensories, social interactions, we're masking with people, we're doing transitions, and we're trying to account for the unpredictability. And not only are we doing it, we're doing it at a much higher level. So now your brain isn't just making basic decisions, it's monitoring the noise, tracking the people, adjusting socially, managing overstimulation, and trying to regulate emotionally all at the same time. One place that really amplifies this is the theme parks, and that's why they in particular can become so exhausting. Theme parks combine constant stimulation, decision fatigue, crowds, transitions, unpredictability, social pressure, and do it all at once. They are an absolute petri dish for everything that can go wrong. So you can technically be having fun, but still be neurologically overloaded. And what that results in at the end is you hit a wall. This is why so many neurological travelers describe hitting walls around the middle of the day, the 2 p.m. burnout, or by day 3 of the trip. Your nervous system runs out of resources. That's why it's difficult, and it's what people oftentimes misinterpret as being dramatic or feeling kind of, a little lazy or being ungrateful or not appreciating the trip, and all things that then, if you're like me and you like to ruminate, will just stick with you forever. But really, Your brain's just overloaded. So, what can we do to help? What actually helps this? So, what changed for me, obviously, was understanding, which is why I'm trying to share a lot of this with you. It wasn't me trying harder, it was reducing unnecessary cognitive load. So, like, I tried to plan fewer activities, I'd build in breaks, I'd stay at familiar destinations. I would also not be afraid to use things that helped reduce time, things like Genie Plus, Express Pass, TSA PreCheck. Also, I'd take midday hotel breaks, go back, relax, recharge. Many of these places require you to pre-decide the meals, but deciding ahead of time things you can do is absolutely things that can help. Leaving early in the day, starting later, all things. And for many times, you could feel like these things are failures, but they're not. They're accommodations, and accommodating yourself is the most important thing you can do. So, like, I needed to reframe how I was thinking. One of the biggest mindset shifts for me was realizing that travel isn't supposed to become another thing that I survive. It's supposed to enrich my life. So I had to stop planning around optics and start planning around regulation. Travel became so much more sustainable once I did that. So, in conclusion, if you've ever felt exhausted on vacation and wondered what was wrong with you, it's a good chance that honestly your brain was just simply carrying more than you realized. All of this information is why I'm trying to create a community. So if you love this, you want to experience more, meet other travelers like you, or just have me help plan the vacation of your dreams because I can help take some of that load off. All of it's on visit yourneurodivergenttravelaagent.com. I hope you go there. I hope to see you soon. Talk soon and thanks.